Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today I'm sharing what I think is my favorite Christmas card design this year. I know it's simple, but I just had so much fun making it, and I love the way they turned out. And I did 9 of this design because that's how many panels I was able to get from a 12 by 12 sheet of this truck with a Christmas tree pattern paper. I cut the pattern paper down to 4 inch by 4 inch squares, so I got 9 from a 12 by 12 paper. And another way I conserved paper was I took my red matting layer, which was cut a little bit smaller than a regular A2 card, and I cut my main image matte out of that layer too, because you're not going to see the middle of that paper, so I like to conserve the insides so you get the extra look of a luxurious layer without spending any more money or having any more weight to your card. I decided to do top fold A2 size cards, so I cut my 8.5 inch by 11 inch cardstock the hot dog way, which means I cut it the long way, so I had a top fold 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card. Now for my main image, I stamped this on some watercolor paper that I had die cut. It's just a Canson XL watercolor paper, which I love for stamping because it's a little on the smooth side, and it definitely holds up to any sort of watercolor I'm going to do, and it's cheap too. Now I had these craft strips left over from my vintage Santa card. They were perfect for stamping the sentiments for this card. Now the stamps that I'm using are all discontinued ones from Stampin' Up. I think that's the little girl pulling a sled. This is from the greeting cards kids set, and that's at least 10 years old, maybe more, but I just love these sweet little images. And the Merry Wishes, I think, is just from a couple of years ago, but use whatever sentiment you have in whatever image you have, and you can use the same design. You know, mix up your, if you have different die cuts, use those, or use your electronic die cutter. It doesn't have to be exactly the what I'm doing. Now I'm just using watercolors to color in my image. I had stamped the images with Ranger Archival ink in black, and that's my favorite watercoloring ink. You can use whatever your favorite is. And I'm just, using my very inexpensive, pretty excellent watercolors. I like these for stamping because they're super duper transparent, very affordable, and they just go really, you don't cover up your stamping lines when you use them, which I really like, which is surprising for such a cheap set of paint. I'll link as many things as I can down below, but please be aware that a lot of the supplies I'm using are discontinued, so you'll just need to substitute with what you have. Okay, now for accents. I'm keeping it real simple. I'm using a Quickie glue pen. I really love these pens. They're great for glitter or foil. When you color with them, they'll dry tacky. So just draw wherever you want your glitter or foil to go, let it dry, and then you have all kinds of time to sprinkle on your glitter or press your foil down, and it will stick to those tacky little lines you put. So I use a microfine glitter because, you wouldn't put a chunky glitter. It wouldn't hold the chunky glitter, but it will definitely hold this microfine glitter. And there you can see the little, just very, very soft, delicate sparkle you get. I think that technique is so pretty. And I actually used my swatch card to do my glittering over so I could just dump it into my jar when I was done. That's the Arteza glitter, but any fine glitter is fine. So I am just covering up the hole that I cut in the back of that panel with my truck or car and tree paper. And then I'm using this scrap of burlap ribbon. Now you could use just a scrap of burlap, like if you have a rice burlap bag or something, cut it into strips and use that. I had this ribbon already. I thought it was pretty, and it's a little neater to work with than burlap, but either is going to give you the same effect and give you that rustic look that's going to be real pretty. So use whatever you've got on hand, guys. And there's that mat that I cut from the inside of the backing paper there. I just matted up my watercolor image, gives it a little extra layer, an extra flair, and doesn't cost you any extra dinero. Did I like my rhyme kind of there? I'm feeling silly. I'm in a good mood today. And then for my little banners here, what I'm doing is I'm just trimming them to the length I want. I cut a little slit on the end, and then I cut into that slit on each side, and that's how I make my little banners. You can find dies to do that. That's totally fine if you want to do that. This is just easier for me. And you can see if I mess up on one side, I flip it over and I stamp it again. So there you got to see my messed up back side of that, but it's okay. The ink didn't bleed through, so just use the other side. Nobody's going to know unless they watch my video. They're not going to get this card in the mail and be like, I wonder if she messed up on the other side. They're not going to care. So don't worry about it, guys. And I'm still using up some of these little pearls. I got these at the Dollar Tree probably like a year or two ago. I don't like to keep these little rhinestones and pearls on hand for too long because I do notice the adhesive starts to weaken. So I highly recommend if you have those types of embellishments with a self-adhesive, use them up because the adhesive is not going to last forever. Then you'll have to glue them, and that will be kind of a pain. It will take away the whole point of them being easy to use. And that's all there is to it. You know, that once you've got that panel decorated, glue it down to your card base. You're not not going to see that you cut out of the middle of the back or anything like that. It's going to look nice and neat and tidy. And of course, you can try putting the paper on top, you know, do it a couple different ways, see what you like best. That's what I love about batch cards, because it gives you the opportunity to try different things. You know, nothing's too precious. You get a few opportunities, and they're fun to send. So I hope you enjoyed this one. This one was my favorite Christmas card that I sent out this year, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Happy crafting!